Yo, 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 welcome to Audio Addiction. Is your boy Brandon. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for vibing tonight. Little late, 2 minutes late. It's all right. We're living here. Tonight we're doing more Boys Planet. We are almost done, I believe. So that's a positive. I've had a great time with Boys Planet, but you know, it's good vibes. Yeah, I know. I How dare I? I'm such a maniac, but very nice. A whole minute. I should get slapped on the wrist, honestly. It's crazy. Um but tonight we are covering so much stuff tonight. Kudos to Sarah as per usual for compiling all the Boys Planet stuff. They're awesome. So, make sure to give Sarah some love, especially for the upcoming. I think we have like two more episodes, and then that's it. I believe we're up to um it's up to the real shit. So very nice. Sarah says, "Oof, Brandon late AF. I am super late." Kala, hello. Gungi says, "I will give you a pass since you put up the YDBB stream on YouTube." That is true. That is true. We are back up to date. I took a little pause on the stuff because we had the holiday weekend last week, so everything will be going out very soon on YouTube. If not, you can watch it all on Patreon. It's mostly up to date. I think I just missed Monday's stream, and I think that's it. So we've and this one obviously. So those will be up. Also, join Discord if you're new. That's where I post about all this stuff. So come through if you have not. Sarah says yes, only two more. Then waiting on two debuts that haven't been announced but haven't happened. Ooh, okay. And Kaylee, hello. Jazz, hello. Very nice, very nice. Um, cool stuff, cool stuff. We love to see it. Um, all right. Well, tonight I gotta get my screen pulled up. We are doing CongB, Kum Junhyeon, Hui, uh, Yu Seungeon. Again, butchered it probably. TIOT, uh, Lee Dongyeol, Waterfire, DBU, and Wumuti. Very nice. Um, so thanks for pulling up. Jazz, hello. Kaylee, hello. But yeah, that's what we got tonight. We've got CongB. Obviously, he debuted on December 16th of 2023, and his company is ASIIX. Hopefully, I am just do make my way through this. Biscuit, hello. And then we've got Junhyeon. And it looks like he debuted on January 9th of 2024, and his company's Red Star Entertainment. Hui, Lee Ho Tik, very nice. Also debuted on January 16th of 2024, and he's under Cube, very nice. We already did Xiao. I think we're doing Seungeon. It looks like he debuted on April 8th of 2024. Jellyfish Entertainment slash Yuhui Entertainment. TIOT. So we've got Kim Yin Seung, Junhyeon, Hong Kyun Hee, and Choi Woojin. Very nice. And they debuted on April 22nd of 2024 under also Red Star Entertainment. We've got Lee Dongyeol, that his company was PA Entertainment and debuted May 8th of 24. Waterfire, it looks like the trainee was Wumuti as well. Debuted May 30th of 2024. And Lina Company, very nice. We are also doing a DBU or build up, Jay Cheng, and we also have the debut on June 26th of 24 with Orca Music. Obviously, Wumuti debuted as a soloist on June 30th of 2024. And the company is 257 Entertainment. Very nice. Yes, Mother Muti. So very nice. That is who we are covering tonight. So I have foreseeable playlist to do. So we're doing CongB first. So yeah, I'm not gonna try saying that song name. You can look it up yourself here because I'm not doing it because I would have no idea where to start on that one. So, Sarah says, feel free to fight me in the comments about Hui's solo debut date, but I put it here. Ooh, okay. Andy, hello. Sarah says, I believe it is have you been waiting for me long? Oh, nice. Connie, hello. Thank you for hanging. All right. Let's get into it.
Hello, em đợi anh lâu chưa? Xin lỗi em vì phố đông anh tới hơi trễ đã làm em mong. Nãy giờ khá cha, lên xe anh rồi mình đi nha. Anh rất vui vì chúng ta nay đã gặp nhau ngoài đời lần đầu. Thời gian qua mình đã luôn kể nhau nghe mọi vui buồn. Dù chỉ qua chiếc phone nhưng tình cảm này càng lớn. Mình hợp nhau thật bất ngờ. Anh đã yêu từ bao giờ chẳng biết. Em thật sự rất đặc biệt. Anh đã đợi em lâu lắm rồi, tìm em khắp nơi. Giờ thì thấy rồi, em đây rồi. Chẳng để em xa anh nữa. Vì anh không muốn mình bỏ lỡ phút giây nào cùng nhau. Khắp tinh cầu khổng lồ này, anh chỉ muốn ở đây bên em. It's you and I. Nghe giọng em ấm áp bên tai every night. Là điều làm cho anh vững lòng trước mọi bão sóng. Là thanh âm anh luôn mong ngóng. Và dù cho ta có những khi cách xa cả ngàn dặm, ngày bình minh ở lại đến khuya. Trái tim mình như mặt trời kia, vẫn cháy không bao giờ ngừng. Sau bao nhiêu là thời gian mình đã luôn sáng tôi đều kể nhau nghe mọi vui buồn. Chỉ có chiếc phone nhưng tình cảm này càng lớn. Hai ta sao mà hợp nhau thật bất ngờ. Anh đã yêu người từ bao giờ chẳng biết. Em thật sự rất đặc biệt. Anh đã đợi em lâu lắm rồi, tìm em khắp nơi. Giờ thì thấy rồi, em đây rồi. Chẳng để em xa anh nữa. Vì anh không muốn mình bỏ lỡ phút giây nào cùng nhau. Khắp tinh cầu khổng lồ này, anh chỉ muốn ở đây bên em. You and I, we lighting up the sky, light up the sky. Anh đã đợi em lâu lắm rồi, tìm em khắp nơi. Giờ thì thấy rồi, em đây rồi. Chẳng để em xa anh nữa. Vì anh không muốn mình bỏ lỡ phút giây nào cùng nhau. Khắp tinh cầu khổng lồ này, anh chỉ muốn ở đây bên em. Light up the sky, you and I, we lighting up the sky. You and I, we lighting up the sky. You light up the sky. Khắp tinh cầu khổng lồ này, anh chỉ muốn ở đây bên em.
Aw. Very nice.
Anh chỉ muốn ở đây bên em.
I guess it's just credits. Okay, cool. All right, this was CongB and their song "Have You Been Waiting for Me Long." Very nice. I enjoyed this a lot. I'll be honest, I vaguely remember CongB in the Boys Planet dive about a couple months ago now, which is weird to say. But I felt like this is very nice. He's got a very lovely voice. I like his like he's got like a really warm like mid-range tone that I appreciate in this, and I'm sure I don't know if we have another song from him. Doesn't look like it. Um but I enjoyed it. It's definitely up my alley in terms of just like easy listening. And I know easy listening usually gets a bad rap, but I just felt like this was just so smooth. Like it was very easy to just sit back and just enjoy it. I love the production. They did a fantastic job on that, and I think his voice stands out a lot in this song, which I feel like is good, you know, because I feel like the instrumentation kind of borderlines on that like smooth jazz, like a little bit of like light pop sort of flavoring to this song, a little bit more indie, which I'm about. But I think it works with his styling. Um, and I just think he's got a very like sweet, warm tone to his delivery. I think that's truly what stood out to me the most in this song. Was just like, man, I just felt like so connected to it, and I was trying to read along with the lyricism a little bit more since there wasn't a lot production wise going on. I feel like some Boys Playing songs has been a little bit harder to keep up with that, and I felt like this one was very grounded in that, and I think it was probably intentional for the song to be more, you know, looked at in terms of the lyricism versus maybe like how out how out there maybe the production value is or something. um I appreciate how grounded the song is, so I really like this. I don't know if this is a part of a mini album or if he just did a single, but I'll have to definitely give it a listen because I thought this was very nice. This is something I probably listen to just in my like chill around the house or like running some errands type jams, you know. So good vibes. I'm about it. Vibes were high on this one. So Sarah says he's so stinking cute. Jazz also says nice, a lovely song. I would agree. Sarah says I'm just so glad Kong was on Boys Planet and got the chance to break into the music industry because he's so good and has so much star power. I agree. He's very not. It seemed like obviously he seemed very cameras seem to love him in this MV, which I mean, again, of course, he's being the main focal point of it, but I just think he very, it feels very approachable. So I think that goes not only shows off, I feel like in the MV, but also I think as well as his vocal tone too. So Sarah says like we almost lost him to the corporate grind. What the fuck? Listen, that would be devastating, certainly. So glad we got his music. Hopefully he'll be doing some new music in the foreseeable future. So very nice, very nice. The next one we have is Junhyeon. So very nice. We're doing his solo material next. So yeah, let's check it out.
Say hello 나의 낯선 하루에 Say hello 바람이 분다 날 간지럽힌다 Hey Say hello 너의 기대 쉴 곳이 돼줄게 너무 멀지도 가깝지도 않은 곳에 어느샌가 너만 바라보다 지나가 아무 말 없이 한 걸음 너에게 간다 언제일까 난 바라볼 just the way you are. Just tell me why, just you and I, just the way you are. Ooh, say hello, 너의 낯선 모습에 say hello. 널 바라본다 내게 스며든다 Hey, say hello 나의 세상 속에서 쉬어도 돼 밤이 지나도 원한다면 영원토록 어느샌가 너만 바라보다 지나가 아무 말 없이 한 걸음 너에게 간다 언젠가
Nice.
말해볼까 난 어느새 네 곁으로 Just tell me why Just you and I Just where you Just tell me why Just you and I Just the way you are Just tell me why Just you and I Just the way you are
Nice. Wow. What a sweet song. All right. This is Junhyeon. And it looks like this song is from a it looks like it's an OST song. So, very nice. It looks like translation is I'm going to you. I don't know if that is the correct translation. Chat can let me know if I'm correct. It looks like it's from Hello Stranger. So, very nice. I also really enjoyed this a lot. I think I enjoy kind of these types of songs where, like, I think there is a very unadulteratedness about it. I love that there's just like this very clean tonality to it. The piano works gorgeous. I think like the acoustic guitar on this was also really incredible. But I like that there was different kind of moments throughout the song where you got like a little bit of a like a punch in terms of the like the instrumentation. Like I think there was like a horn section. There was like a little bit of a string section as well. I thought it was maneuvered very well, and I enjoyed that a lot. As well as that, I think his vocals were just so well adjusted to this song. Like I think he was a really good fit for the track. I think his tonality was really gorgeous. I love that they kind of stacked his vocals a little bit more, gave it a little bit, since it's, he's the only one singing in the song. Like a lot of the ad libs, the overdubs vocally, I feel like stand out a little bit more since it's just his voice. But he's got like a great like mid-range tone, but I also really enjoyed kind of like the parts where he was doing like the oohs and the ahs, in that like falsetto tone, I thought was really great too. But I also kind of enjoy, like, again, his overall stylization. I don't know, like, I imagine this is just an OST song, but I'm curious to see if whether or not it doesn't look like we're going to be covering any of his like no regular songs. I don't know if he has any out, to be honest, but But I thought this was a really good good spotlight on him, certainly, since I feel like some of these I'm familiar with and some of them I'm not. But I think I really, again, come to appreciate all the talent that was on Boys Planet, probably as an entirety. It's really damn impressive to see that there are some insanely talented people in this industry. So, this was another great song. I feel like he absolutely crushed it, certainly. So, I would definitely give his music more of a listen if there's more out there. So, Sarah says Junhyeon mainly got attention on Boys Planet for how funny he is, but you never really got to appreciate how talented he was. That seems to be. I feel like that seems to be the case somewhat for a good majority of it. Like, not to say obviously there's not talent on Boys Planet, because we've covered it for almost I guess 3 to 4 months now at this point. But I think it is important that, like I said, there's so much talent out there that it's like, I think you can't help but appreciate the people, joining the show, but as well as that, I think hopefully everybody at some point gets their flowers. So we'll see. But Jazz says, I really like his tone. Very nice, very nice. But very cool. And everyone was talking about how they recognize the actress from the video here. So very, very cool. All right. It looks like next on the list we have TIOT. So we will be covering a couple of their songs. So very nice. Or wait. No. Am I right? Oh, we're still in. Sorry. I just saw TIOT's like handle here, so I will keep it moving with Junhyeon, where this is WWW. So let's go. He's just also in TIOT. Okay, very nice. Let's go. I am losing it. It's been a week, and it's only Wednesday.
Counting every time thoughts falling right outside my window. I'm feeling the winter every day. I'm seeing love taken away. Smile for a while. 멈출 수 없겠죠. 겨울이 지나기 전에 세상을 다 take it all away. I call it love. 날 담아둔 story. 쏟아지는 moonlight. Remember the time 내게 안겨온 그날. 포근했던 starry night. 시린 맘을 녹인 맘. 이 순간을 새겨줘. 눈꽃처럼 시들지 않게. A winter feeling. I got a winter feeling. This isn't yours. 망설임은 던져. 말하는 대로 become my reality. 힘든 시간일 때도 everything like back to me. Let it feel, let it breathe. 함께면 let it go. A little piece of me. Counting every time thoughts falling right outside my window. I'm feeling the winter every day. I'm seeing love taken away. Smile for a while. 멈출 수 없겠죠. 겨울이 지나기 전에 Can I listen for a second? If you're on 말 없이 달리기 지칠 때까지 너만의 pacemaker 들려줘 거친 숨소리. Trust me, all this, all best. Celebrate sound in this world. A winter feeling. I got a winter feeling. This season's yours. 망설임은 던져. 내가 말하는 대로 become a reality. 힘든 시간일 때도 everything like back to me. Let it feel, let it breathe. 함께면 let it go. A little piece of me. Counting every time. Winter every day. Love take it away. Counting every time. Storms falling right.
Oh my God. That ad-lib. Wow.
Every day. I'm seeing love take it away.
Wow. All right. That was Junhyeon and their song WWW. Very nice. Thank you for hanging. Thanks for chilling. If you're new here, come up, come through. Wow. This was awesome. I enjoyed this a ton. I'm sure y'all could tell I was vibing out with this one, but man, this was just so good. And I think this is insane, at least from what I've gathered from Junghyun, is just like his effortlessness in the song, like not only from like the main like vocal lines that he was singing in this song, but like he incorporated some like rapping sections in that, which was awesome. And then there was like some like stupid crazy like ad lib runs in in this song that were just like, damn, this guy can sing. And so I definitely appreciate that a lot. A man is an ace for sure. He is an all-arounder. It's crazy just to see him kind of run through the different things, and it just seemed like there was just this overall effortlessness about how he kind of went about the song that I just really appreciate. Instrumentation was also really fun. I enjoyed this a lot. What else about the song? Yeah, it just seemed very chill, very vibey. I'd imagine this might be on a TIOT release, so I'll have to. I know we've covered a couple of their songs in the past, but obviously excited to get into more of them tonight. But man, he's a powerhouse. I think that's what I've noticed about him so far, is that I'm like, damn, I'm impressed. So I enjoyed this one a lot, as you could tell. This was a good vibe, so I might have to be checking out more of TIOT's like B-side stuff in the future. So very nice. Gungi says the good thing is tomorrow is Thursday. That is true. Tomorrow is Thursday. Good vibes. We're through the week. So very cool. We're keeping it moving with Junghyun, and this next one is another OST, and this one is called Hierarchy. So let's check it out.
여기 온 목적이 뭐야 너?
알았구나. 내가 누군지.
Oh, it's from Hierarchy. Sorry.
참아내면 나 이 지옥에서 벗어날 수 있을까?
니들이 알 리가 없지.
흉터낸
지긋지긋한 장학생 새끼들.
아무로가도
You'd be correct, Sarah.
질 때마다 다르게 아파와.
세심하게 밟아서 처리해.
이 얼룩진 두 손은 흠지 없게도 여전히 난 삶에 목말라.
설마 우리 딸이 그럴 리가 없잖아.
Please wake me up and it's over. Can you stay for a while? 난 너를 통해 또 다른 나를 봐. I won't ever hurt you again. We are going too far. 헤어나고 싶어 깊은 꿈속에서.
무슨 근거로 가인이 뭐니 그런 소리를 하시는 거예요?
아, 나 진짜 아니라니까 왜 안 믿어요?
All the lies remain. There's no way to return. 더럽혀진 내 가슴은 미련하게도 아직까지 더 나은 삶에 목말라. Please wake me up and it's over. Can you stay for a while? 난 너를 통해 또 다른 나를 봐. I won't ever hurt you again.
해봐.
We are going too far.
그게 뭐든 할 수 있으면.
헤어나고 싶어 깊은 꿈속에서. 하루가 다르게 또 깨달아.
저 그거 하려고 여기 온 거예요? 쑥대밭을 만들어서라도 바로 잡으려고.
The one who can make me Changes only you. No one
무서웠어.
넘어져가는 나를 붙잡아줘. 제발. I feel in the deep end, but I want you to know who I am.
여기가 시작이야. 내 두 눈으로 끝까지 확인할 거야.
Let me leave you when it's over. I will say goodbye.
잘 지내.
내 모든 걸 다 남겨두고 떠나. 알고 제발 추억에 I believe it's right. 더 늦기 전에 전부 멈추고 싶어.
All right, this was Junhyeon's "Ruined Life" from the, I guess it's the show Hierarchy. Very nice. This is very interesting. I think, first of all, the show seemed very intense. Obviously, I'm sure they compiled some of the most intense moments from the show, but it seems like a very intense show. So I don't know if this is on Korean Netflix or if you can look for it on American Netflix. Maybe I'll have to take a look for it. It seems interesting. I thought the song was good. I definitely enjoyed it. I do think, very similarly to some comments that I typically make about like the insertion of like sound effects or something like that. This is the first time I think that we've had this type of video where there's like actual dialogue in the song, like from the show. I feel like that's not a common thing typically. This that I thought that was very interesting. That I think that's a first for me at least. So I do feel like maybe immersion wise, I was a little bit taken aback. It wasn't as bad, but I do feel like at certain parts I was like, am I like watching the show, or am I like listening to the song, or like a combination of those two things? So I feel like maybe the intensity factor was just a little bit higher on this song, but I like this. I thought it was very solid. I would say it's not my favorite out of the three that we've listened to so far. It looks like that might be it after this one, and then we get into Hui stuff. But I felt like this was solid. Like I felt like this one maybe was less intense, I guess, singing wise. Like I feel like some of the other songs, even like the other OST song that we listened to prior, like I felt like there's a lot more variation, and I think this one was maybe more so based off of like the lyricism or like how the song. I think like the production of the song seemed to be a lot stronger in this track than I would argue than his voice. But I also feel like the register, while I don't think it was off in the track, I just feel like it was maybe more so on like the low register, and I don't feel like it maybe had as much of the impact as maybe like the show did while I was watching this. So I think he's a great vocalist. Obviously, we listened to probably one of my favorite ones so far from Junhyeon, but I felt like this one was. I felt like this one was a little, a little out there in terms of like music production and also MV. So I'll have to give this one maybe another listen on Spotify, just to maybe not have as much of that dialogue in my ear. But overall, I thought it was very good. I definitely feel like the bar was set high, certainly, but I felt like this was not a bad song by any stretch. So. Sarah says, I think I'll have to watch it. This main actor was really good in See You in My 19th Life. Ooh, okay. Cal says it doesn't look like it has great reviews, but might still be fun if the actors are good. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I don't know how aggressive people are on reviews. I feel like most people are to some degree, but I would check this out. I think it intrigued me at the very least. So I feel like I always got to go off my intuition on if I like the show or not. So based off of these, I feel like some of these I gotta eventually watch. I'll have to, if there's any K dramas that you would recommend watching on Netflix now, feel free to drop them. I would love to check them out. So I feel like my partner and I got Netflix not too long ago, and I've been seeing a lot of K dramas. So if there's any good ones that are on Netflix now that you would recommend, I know Gunky recommended the Japanese band one, which I will watch. But if you have any K dramas, drop your suggestions. I would love to know. But wildly off topic, but we are keeping it moving with Hui. So we'll have to get into his stuff. I'm very excited. I loved Hui throughout the show. So I'll definitely have to give him some love. But Sarah says, I have so many suggestions. Ooh, okay, very nice. Cal says, Twinkling Watermelon, Weak Hero Class, and many more. Ooh, okay. I'll have to watch. Put them on the Discord. Gungi says Glass Heart is great, but Hotel Del Luna is a must. I could recommend so many shows. Okay, cool. I'll have to check the boxes off here. So I'll again drop them in the Discord. Would love to see them. But we're getting into Hui's first song of the night, and this is Bop. Ooh, okay. Is this a play off of a Jackson 5 song? I don't know. Song title wise it might be, but anyway, let's check it out. That's Bop. Sorry, that's Hanson. Sorry, I don't know why I said Mike Jackson 5. Boy.
Bong.
지붕 위 breakdance 길거리 깡통 dribble like Sony 메시 둘이 우리 둘이서 추는 춤 춤추다 꾸는 boom 너도 지겹잖아 Everybody go 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 Bop up and down 그래 위아래로 Bop 뜨거운 여름 stopper 타고 한겨울에 scuba diving 추는 춤 Let me see how you move 너도 지겹잖아 Everybody go 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 Up and down 그래 위아래로 그러니까 무슨 말이냐면 미쳐 Let me hear you say the Zip pop, we don't stop. Zip pop, the zip to pop, the freaking dicky yo, we don't stop. You get a zip pop, the zip to pop, the zip pop, we don't stop. You get a zip pop, don't keep it hip to pop. Bug, bug, I say. Bug. 그러니까 무슨 말이냐면 미쳐 let me hear you say the Let's dance.
such a cool transition. Wow. I love how it's him listening to his own song. That's awesome. All right, this is Wheeze Bob. Very nice, very nice. Connie says, I love him so much. Kala says, fun energy. Sarah says, you heard it here first, folks. Hyotik was the first to land on the moon. That's facts. We have to go back. You know, we had to see the first moon landing here. You know, it's true. Salutes, Hyotik. This is great. I feel, again, I'm broken recording it tonight, but this was really fun. I enjoyed this. I didn't know what to expect, just given like Pentagon's music, obviously his collaborations and stuff. I was curious to check out, and I didn't know he had solo material. I kind of figured as much, but wasn't 100% sure. But this was really good. At first I was like, I don't know if I'm going to feel this as much as I did. And then by the end of it, I was like, damn, this is really catchy. And that final chorus was just insane. Like he is such a insane vocalist that I almost feel like there is a effortlessness to what he brings to the table. And I felt like that last chorus is just him like taking the chains off and just going for it, which I think is great. That his register up in that like falsetto and like high head voice was like nuts. I love that. I thought that was crazy. But yeah, I probably couldn't undersell how catchy this song is. I think like, again, that chorus of the song is just really infectious. And I think if I listened to this probably another time, I'd probably have it stuck in my head if it isn't already there somewhere. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I think he's, like I said, I've said it before about Hui's vocals, and I said it a lot in the first couple episodes, but dude's got such a gnarly voice. I love to see it. And obviously I'm glad he's still doing the music thing, which, I mean, obviously would make sense with a voice like that. So glad to see he's continuing on and doing more shit. So yeah, this was a ball of fun, and you love to see it. So very nice, very nice. We've got another Hui song next. This one is Easy Dance. So let's check it out. Hey, Unbi, let's go.
Easy Dance. And I'm pretty sure you guys want to dance to this song. Hope you guys enjoy. Give it up for Boy. 1, 2, 3. Break it down now. I got see golden time. Rhythm 위에 몸을 맡겨 orange line. Dancing you and me. Ooh yeah. Baby overnight. Feel it, feel it, feel it. So Mexico City and we
be shy 너와 나 almost paradise I take a glance you Cinderella Shall we dance 넌 그대로 special Dance
Is it dance? 밀라노 파리스 New York Is it dance? 다 같이 똑같은 춤을 춰 Is it dance? Hey DJ turn up the radio Is it dance? Is it dance? Like me Is it dance?
Oh, fire. This is great. All right, this is Hui and the queen, Eunbi, and the song Easy Dance. Very nice, very nice. I just want to see when this came out. August 13th. It feels we've got a summer classic here, I would argue. This is so much fun. I did not know Hui and Eunbi did a song together, so now that's I'm gonna have to spin this more. Love Eunbi, shout outs. But this was so good. I think there is just an immediate infectiousness about this song. Good hooks. The chorus is so damn catchy. And I think like just their voices mixed together were really good. I appreciate that this just wasn't like a specific section of the song where I feel like Eunbi was in. It felt very collaborative, and I think I do like that about K-pop. I think generally a lot of the songs are very collaborative in their in the way that they approach these types of songs. So I really appreciate that. But I think this takes it even further. Like she's obviously in the in the MV, I feel like she's obviously performing the choreography as well too. So I think it just gives that extra level of like, wow, this is not only just like a song that they collaborated on, but like kind of a full effort thing. So really appreciate that a ton. And their voices just match up so well. Like I really think that they've got a very good chemistry together. And the song definitely is just like good vibes, like insane vibes, you know what I mean? Just so much fun. I love that little bridge section. I feel like it kind of pulled the song back a little bit, but it was a good pullback. Like I love that he was able Hui was able to do a lot more of like those like more tender vocals and then do this like insane like little run section into getting into the final chorus. I thought that was great. But yeah, this has got earworms for days. This is a banger song. I loved it. So thank you, Sarah, for including it. Now I'll have to spin this so many more times. So Connie says, Hui looks extra good here. I would agree. And Eunbi, of course, always so pretty. Also would agree with that as well. Sarah says, summer vibes. There's water. It hits all the boxes. Would agree. Jazz says, I remember they went viral when they performed this at Water Bomb. And Sarah says, because they're so hot. I'll have to check this out. I'm sure. I imagine there is videos, so I'll have to give this a watch. That's cool. Water Bomb as like a concept is just so interesting to me, but very nice, very nice. All right, we've got more Hui. This also looks like a collab song as well, so we'll have to check it out and find out who it is. So let's give it a listen. Getting a ballad?
파란 지붕 아래 새어나오는 빛을 받아 비스듬히 자라났어 나도 꽃이 고 싶었어 날 때부터 정해져 버린 이름 모를 하찮은 존재 허나 이따금씩 빗물을 모아서 나의 옆에 작은 꽃망울을 틔우게 됐어. 결국 끝도 없이 펼쳐있던 그림자에 가려져도 꿈꿔왔던 나의 노래 목 놓아 부를게. 낡은 믿음 너의 이름 산산이 흩어져도 흐린 나날 지난 후에 따사로운 내일이 올 테니.
Love his vibrato.
나의 전부였던 꽃은 스치는 바람에 흩날리고 다만 이걸 원했던 걸까. 겨우 이제서야 알게 된 의미들. 다시 빗물을 모아 푸르게 날 피우겠어.
She's got a great voice.
없이 펼쳐있던 그림자에 가려져도 꿈꿔왔던 나의 노래 목 놓아 부를게. 낡은 믿음 너의 이름 산산이 흩어져도 흐린 나날 지난 후엔 따사로운 내일이 올 테니.
Damn. Feel that.
새파랗게 물들여가 갈라진 땅 그 위로 번져가는 꿈 짓이겨진다 해도 끝없이 피어나. 끝도 없이 펼쳐있던 그림자에 가려져도 꿈꿔왔던 나의 노래 목 놓아 부를게. 낡은 믿음 너의 이름 산산이 흩어져도 흐린 나날 지난 후에 따사로운 내일이 올 테니. 따사로운 내일이 올 테니.
Wow. That was so good. So powerful. Very nice. Very nice. All right. This was looks like it was Hui and Jang Hyejin. Very nice. Who is a balladeer who debuted in 1991. Very nice. I don't know if this song so the song's translation when I use Google Translate it says weeds. I don't believe that's the song name, but if you know the song name, it looks like maybe Nameless. Look, yeah, Nameless. Very nice. Very cool. I was like, why that doesn't sound right, but very cool. This was gorgeous. First of all, I don't know if I've listened to any stuff with Hui more so in a not and this is gonna make it sound weird, but like I've never heard him in a song where it's more like ballady. I feel like a lot of the types of songs that I feel like I associate with him are like really, you know, like more bitey sort of like more poppy songs, or like, you know, like the previous songs we've listened to. I feel like that's what I kind of, I don't want to say associate him with, but I feel like that's what I grew familiar with his music by. But man, I didn't know what to expect when we got into some of his ballad music, and man, he's got great vocals for that too, certainly. So, I definitely feel like his vocals seem so like tender and like a little bit emotional, and I loved a lot of his like vibrato tone. I feel like he doesn't get to utilize it as much, maybe um in like the more poppier sort of songs. So it was cool to hear like just his really gorgeous vibrato tone. I thought that was nice. And then when Jang Hyunjin came in, she was incredible. I feel like she kind of just elevated the song in such a beautiful way. She has a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous tone. And I feel like it's very complimentary to Hui, especially when they're doing a lot of those like harmony sections. It was just like, oh, it just felt like Heaven's Gate opened. It was crazy. And I think they're both extremely talented. I hope that they get to collaborate again in the future, but I just felt like this one was just such a gorgeous song. I loved a lot of the strings, the string arrangements in the song. It just felt very like dynamic, very emotional, and I think they both gave a performance that feels unmatched to me. So I definitely love this one a ton. So great stuff. Let's see. Sarah says it's a wild. Maybe it was a little dissonant. Very interesting. Chaz says I loved it. Kala says so pretty. Sarah says also she was 63 when they recorded this. She looks maybe 45, so I need whatever her secret is. 58. Oh, sorry. She was born in 65 and not is 65. Okay, fair enough. Still, even if she's 58, she does not look 58. So that, I mean, even if we went, let me see if I can get a good. I mean, she does not. You're gonna tell me she looks. That's crazy. Even if we go off the age of like 58, it's not. That's crazy. So good for her. The K beauty is going crazy, but very nice, very nice. This was again probably amongst my favorite Hui songs that we've heard, and we've heard a lot of great like Pentagon songs, a lot of great collab songs. I love obviously the one we just did with Eunbi, that was also great too. But man, this one's up there for sure. I feel that I could not go without saying that this was one of my favorites of tonight so far. So very nice. This one looks to be a holiday type song, you know, so we're getting closer to that season. So let's check it out. I'm excited. Let's listen up.
기억의 모서리쯤에 밀어놓았던 너와의 겨울을 다시 꺼내어 본다. 인도와지의 제멋대로 놓인 발자국 서리고서 더의 듯한 그때의 우리 음악은 흐르고 필름처럼 스쳐 지나간 낯선 열차 위에 너와 나 눈물 겹도록 아름답게 눈꽃들이 흩날리던 그곳에 하얀 추억은 여전히 선명하고 너를 닮은 향기가 스쳐 부르던 입술로 날 불러본다.
Oof.
나의 겨울에 봄이 왔었다.
That switch from head voice to to chest voice was crazy.
햇살은 여전하고 나를 깨우는 소리에 하얀 꽃송이가 쏟아내린다. 눈물 감도록 아름답게 눈곱들이 흩날리던 그곳에 하얀 추억은 여전히 선명하고 너를 닮은 향기가 스쳐 푸릇한 입술로 날 불러본다. 우후. 나의 겨울에 봄이 왔었다. 앙상한 나무에 피어나는 저 눈꽃의 의미 참고 견뎌줘서 고마워. 정말 웃음이 가난한 마음에 조심스레 피어나는 오늘의 하얀 꽃잎은 가득 나를 채우고 너를 닮은 향기가 번져 푸릇한 입술로 날 불러본다. 우후. 나의 겨울에 봄이 피었다.
Wow. All right.
Merry Christmas.
All right. That was Hui's Spring in Winter. Very nice. Thank you for hanging for yet another Boys Planet deep dive if you're hanging out. This is gorgeous. I feel like I have picked the right person to bias across Boys Planet. Wow, this is great. First of all, holiday songs are always really fun to check out on here. I know once we get closer to that season, we will be doing another one. There's so many songs that I'm sure I haven't listened to from other groups. So I feel like the list is ever growing for holiday songs here. But man, this was so gorgeous. I feel like I've been saying that a lot about Hui's vocals, but I feel like it is true. Like this was such a cool like song because I think there isn't a lot going on. Very similarly to like the ballad song we just listened to. You know, I think that there is just kind of there is just like the simplicity about the song that I really like. You know what I mean? It's just him, it's the pianos. But I, you know, really enjoyed this throughout. I just think that he's got such a powerful vocal, and I think that to me he just kind of continues to grow as a vocalist, and I don't know, I'm just so damn impressed, and I love that switch between like that falsetto tone to like chest voice. I thought that was really great. Obviously he's immensely talented in that aspect, so definitely enjoyed this one a lot. But let's see, a couple comments here. Connie said beautiful. Gungi says wow, so good. And Sarah says, did I just hallucinate and you mentioned Boys Planet 2? I don't believe I did. If I did, it was a Freudian slip, probably. I most likely meant Boys Planet, but I could have just said Boys Planet 2 as in TOO. So, that's all right. Hey, listen, I say shit that, and I probably say shit that I don't even know that I'm saying. So it's, you know, I watch, I watch some of these back and I'm like, I don't even remember saying that, but then I watch it and then I actually saw me say it. So, yeah. So I feel your pain, Sarah. Sarah says, okay, so I hallucinated. Cool. It's been a long week. Yes. Amen, friend. It has been a long week. But Gongi says Brandon is secretly watching Boys Planet 2. I am not. If I did, I'm sure Sarah would find out. I have not watched Boys Planet 2 yet. I feel like would have no horse in that race, certainly. But Hui's great. I feel like we just been on, he's just been on one for me. So definitely love this. This is great. We've got more. Wow. Okay, we got a couple more. Very nice. It looks like we've got 2 more from Hui. So let's rock. So Sarah says one of us has to. It's gonna be me. Oh no. Anyway, let's check out My Memory. Let's give it. That's what's going is My Memory. So let's give it a listen.
My memory 모두 기억해요 그 순간 눈을 감으면 아주 작은 예도 보이네요 You're far away 닿을 수 없는 곳에 사랑한다는 말도 기다린다는 말도 하지 못하고 정말 몰랐죠 그댈 이렇게 다시 만날 줄은 생각조차 못했었죠 아직 널 사랑해 이제라도 내게 고백할게 I wanna love you forever 늦지 않았다면 이렇게 나와 함께 영원히 오랫동안 그댄 나의 가슴에 많은 시간을 넣어도 아주 멀리 있어도 살아있었죠 정말 몰랐죠 그댈 이렇게 다시 만날 줄은 생각조차 못했었죠 아직 널 사랑해 이제라도 내게 고백할게 I wanna love you forever 늦지 않았다면 이렇게 나와 함께 영원히
Wow. Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right, this was Hui and their song "My Memory." If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Sarah says, have I watched a single episode of BP2 after the first one? No. Am I still voting every day? Yes. Connie says, I just voted 1 minute ago. Very nice. Salute. Gungi says, this is such a nice, relaxing song to listen to. Thankfully, we're not listening to it at the end of the stream when I'm really tired. That factual. Jazz says his voice works so well with ballads. I was gonna say something familiar, in the similar sort of boat. So Jazz and I are sharing the brain cell tonight, which is great. I feel like his voice, like I said, we've had some fun songs. I feel like the latter half of the songs we've been listening to have been more of those ballad-esque type vocals. And man, he's got such a good tone all around. But like, I think there's just something very like sweet about his voice when he does like ballady sort of stuff. There's just like this like sincerity about his voice that I really appreciate, and I think I've noticed it about the past couple songs that are more in that ballad range. You know, I think he just sings with a lot of sincerity, and I think he does a great job of fitting the emotion of the song. Like if it's a fun, poppy, you know, bright sort of song, I feel like his vocals, like he tends to do a lot more of the ad libs, the runs, things of that nature. I feel like with the ballad stuff, I feel like he allows his voice to just kind of speak for itself. You know what I mean? Like he isn't doing these crazy runs. He isn't doing these like insane vocal things that I feel like you know him to do. And I like that. I think that he keeps it very reserved, but like in a very respectful and honest way. And so I really appreciate that. That is what shines in these types of songs. He's still got a lot of power behind his voice, but I think it just kind of grows as the song kind of builds. But I really enjoyed this a lot. Again, instrumentation of this song was also really wonderful. The piano work was gorgeous. The strings, like the orchestral arrangement of the song, which is really beautiful too. But yeah, I would agree with Jazz. His voice just kind of is very chameleon-esque in the sense of that he just can do arguably, I think, pretty much anything at this point. We've heard a hodgepodge of different stuff that he's done, both collaboratively and also solo wise. And I feel like he's kind of a jack of all trades, certainly. So really cool. This was another beautiful ballad as well, too. So really enjoyed this one, too, as well. So great choice, Sarah. So we're going to keep it moving. It looks like we have one more. The next one is Promise You, I believe, also by Hui. So let's check it out.
눈물나게 예쁜 너의 모습에 난 미쳐 빛이 나게 아리따운 웃음에 난 또 울어 눈이 부시게 햇빛 반짝이는 너의 작은 손 아무리 말해도 아깝지 않은 말 사랑해 사랑해 널 사랑해 너의 걱정과 슬픔 다 내게 내가 어디까지 할 수 있을지 몰라도 너라서 그게 너라서 나의 모든 것을 주고 싶어 눈물 나게 예뻐 너와 함께라는 꿈만 같아 빛이 나게 아름다운 많은 추억 함께하고 싶어 널 손 꼭 잡고 걸어가는 길이 험한 길일지라도 절대 하지 않을게 눈물 나게
I like this, like, rockish sort of song. Cool. All right.
어쩌다 가끔 우린 다투기도 할 테지 말야 그러다가도 꼭 내가 먼저 사랑한다 말할게 운명 같은 사람 꿈만 같은 사랑 그게 있다는 걸 믿지 않았어 난 근데 너라서 그게 너라서 나의 모든 것을 줄 수 있어 눈물 나게 예뻐 너와 함께라는 꿈만 같아
That pre-chorus is so good.
아름다운 많은 추억 아프고 죽는다 해도 너라서 괜찮아 눈물 나게 너와 함께라는 꿈만 같아 진하게 아름다운 많은 추억 함께하고 싶어 너의 손 꼭 잡고 걸어가는 길이 험한 길일지라도 절대 하지 않을게 눈물 나게
Wow. Oh my god. This was Hui's Promise You. Wow, this was great as well. Again, at the behest of sounding like a broken record, which I feel like often I do on the show, but within good reason. I feel like all these songs have been fucking hits in my opinion, but wow, he really can do it really do it all. This is kind of like a more like pop rock sort of like ballad, I guess pop rock sort of song. I don't want to say ballad. But wow, this was just so much fun. I think his vocals sit super well in the mix. I think the one thing that surprised me the most about this song, I think, was the like that pre-chorus like rhythm section. I thought that was so much fun. I like that his voice kind of does like that. He has like it kind of swaps between that chest voice and falsetto tone, and like a little bit of ad-libbing on a little bit of like ensemble vocals in the back as well too. That was so cool, and I think it leads so perfectly into the chorus of the song. So I love that transition. I think he really just absolutely just slam dunked that part of the song. But he's got such a good like powerhouse type vocal in like the verses and stuff, and like I think he makes the choruses seem a little bit more magical as well. So definitely appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I genuinely have enjoyed all of the Hui songs. I probably am heavily biased because I've enjoyed him throughout our Boys Planet series so far. But man, he is wildly good in every facet. So not to sound so wee-pilled, but so good. So good. This was another banger song in my opinion. So love to see it. Sarah says, I don't even know what to say. Hui is so good. Everything we've heard from his 4 groups / solo career are amazing, and he is magical. I agree. Kaylee says he's a magical girl, and him and Yena need to battle for the title of most magical girl. That would be quite the battle. Gungi says he's got a lot of great songs from what I've heard. Yes, I was going to say, from what we've heard tonight and kind of throughout the series has been great. So, Hui, you're awesome. Hopefully you'll be continuing to make fantastic music as the time goes on. So, very nice. I believe we are moving on from Hui, I believe. No. Do we have one more? Oh my god. Are we watching this another? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. We've got one more? Okay. Sarah says, but we are bringing... Oh no. All right. We're just gonna get into it, guys. Let's check it out. This is Seungeon. Okay.
계절이
따뜻해 따뜻하시 죽듯
사랑은
알쏭달쏭 난 모르겠어
하루 한시도 바뀐 적 없는 내 맘을 왜 몰라 왜 어떻게 해야 돼
너도 나와 같은 맘일 텐데 어쩌면 엇갈리고 있을지도 몰라
작은 관심이라도 I like it 널 시선 하나면 충분한데
그게 참 어려운 듯해 다가온 봄 날씬 군 꽃잎이 내리면 우리 닿듯 말듯 사랑이 올 듯 말 듯 그냥 이쁘한 흐름 손에 하나 들고
너가 줄 듯 말 듯 하고파 이제는
진심이라도 I like it 널 시선 하나면 충분한데
그게 참 어려운 듯해 다가온 봄 날씬 군 꽃잎이 내리면 우리 닿듯 말듯 사랑이 올 듯 말듯 내 듯한 흐름 손에 하나 들고
먹여줄 듯 말 듯 하고파 난 말야 널 정말 좋아했어 사실 그동안 말은 못했지만
너도 그래 나도 같은 맘여서 다행이야 자 이제부터 내 사랑은 유엄마부 꽃잎이 내리면 소리 닿듯 말듯 사랑이 올 듯 말듯 내 익숙한 흐름 같이 하나 들고
먹여줄 듯 말 듯 할 거야
All right. This is Zangmong, Loopy, and Seungeon, Will Our Love Blossom. Okay, I first of all, I'm sure Zangmong Loopy is something. Obviously, it might be the cartoon if I had to guess. Um, I feel like it's so tough because we talked about this the last time, and I think if I closed my eyes and didn't know that this was like a part of a cartoon, again, I'll preface, we are not the target audience for this song. But I feel like for me, if I was to close my eyes and think about it from like a song perspective, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I don't think that it is poorly written, right? But I do think that the song is definitely not directed at myself, and that's fine, or probably most of people in chat, arguably. But I think the song is very well written. I think the vocals are really good. Seungeon sounds great as well. I love his kind of, again, low range tone. I feel like he's got such a good vocal tone that I really appreciate. But and also, like, I feel like I don't want to be rude, but I feel like it did. I feel like it is her voice is a little abrasive. It probably is just a kid's voice, so I don't want to be too mean. But I know it's not for me, and that's fine. But I think if this came on and it just showed up on Spotify and I listened to it, I wouldn't be upset. Like, I'd probably just go through and listen to it and just not skip over it. But I think overall it's just not in our wheelhouse, and that's fine. That can happen. So, let's see. We got everyone said no, not again. Cal says miss them. Kaylee says baller. Sarah says, can you imagine being told this is the song you're releasing? That is, I mean, he did twice, so I feel like he should know better at this point. But Gungy says, this is so fun and cringy at the same time. University, hello. Cartoon Network, for real, for real. Gungy says, please tell me this is the last one. Sarah says, greatest love story of our generation, and it looks to be the last one. So Sarah says, if he had a non-heavily modulated collaborator, this would have been really cool. I would agree. I would agree. Andy says, I didn't miss this. I still stand by it. Sarah says 3 members of Even fell victim to the beaver. That is that's unfortunate, but I'd be curious if they I'm not gonna speak it into the universe, but I think it would be insane if they did this. Like, I know they're touring. It'd be wild if they pulled this one out of they put this one in the set list. I hope I didn't speak it into the universe, but that would be wild. Gungi says the beaver must be banned. Sure. I don't know if I would be able to be. I don't feel like this is bannable, but listen, it is what it is. I think we've listened to all of them. I'm pretty sure at this point, so I don't think we will be listening to many more, if I'm not mistaken. So, all right. I don't know if we've got any more from Seungeon. I think that might be it. So, Kaylee says, ban Kaylee for this. to why don't you or me the mod? Another mod. I would never. To be fair, Sarah, I didn't do it on purpose. Okay, so I will remod Kaylee. In fact, I'll do it now. But very nice, cool shit. Like I said, we will never have to listen to the Beavers again. So I feel like that's a win in and of itself. So very nice, very nice. Sarah says after Boys Planet year, Brandon is going to band. No, I would never. That seems a little aggressive. Let's be for real. So, let's see. All right. Why not? Wow. There we go. Beautiful. We're done. I've done it. Anyway. It's fine. It's not. Oh, don't say that, Kaylee. Oh no. My guilt complex is gonna be through the roof. So my brother in arms is back. The guilt has consumed me. Anyway, we're gonna move it on. We've got TIOT next. So we have covered some of their songs. We did it on, I believe, the guessing one. So I'm excited to delve into more. We did Rock Thing, and I really enjoyed that. And I'm glad it's back on the list so I can listen to it again. But the next one we're going to be listening to is, I'm not sure, but we're going to check it out either way. So let's give it a listen.
Now this is what I call music. Yo, 내가 하는 것마다 100점 무패. We bring it back.
Oh.
아쉬운 일에서도 쓰러지는 무슨 일이든지 절대 안 돼. 태어난 게 후회가 돼. 그래 뻔한 인생 속에 무너져가는 그 지구이고 있네. 내가 하는 것마다 100점 100패. 다른 사람이 하는 거 100점 무패. 아무것도 볼 수 없는 나의 미래 때문에 내 자신도 싫어지네 자꾸. 더 멋질 필요는 없어. 널 믿어봐. 흔들릴수록 난 커져. Go up high. 이 순간 Let's go! Hit the 세상 Hit, hit 이제 두고 봐 막지 마 너 겁먹지 말고 일어나 세상 앞에서 너 두려워 울지 마 너 모든 걸 다 걸고 싸워 한번 부딪혀봐 이제 세상을 가져봐 We gon' get this trophy every day 겁먹지 않아 그래 stay loud everywhere 이제부터 내 인생은 내가 make it right 시도 때도 없이 꿈을 꾸지 do or die 답답한 이 세상 속에는 무얼 위해 사는가 Run away run away run away 계속 달려가 with the winner 더 멋질 필요는 없어 널 믿어봐 흔들릴수록 난 커져 Go up high 이 순간 홈이 타임 계속 달려 내 말리지 마 지금부터 우린 절대로 완전 Do it like this yo 널 겁먹지 말고 일어나
backing band is so sick. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. I like this. Another good one. All right, this was TIOT, and this song was titled Unbeatable. Very nice. It's the title track of their pre-debut EP. Very cool. Very cool. And Sarah says this EP is actually incredible. Very nice. Man, I love this. I feel like the kind of incorporation, I feel like very similarly to Rock Thing, I feel like their incorporation of like rock style guitars in their music is very interesting. I love how they incorporate it into this song, and obviously the song we're going to be listening to next, Rock Thing. But they're so neat. I'm curious if the rest of the EP kind of gives that sort of flavoring or not. But man, they're so incredible. I think this one, I think to me this was just a good introduction to them. I think if you're not familiar with them before, I think this does a good representation of at least giving you kind of a basis point vocally what they're capable of. But I feel like also equally as fun is like their rapping sections. I feel like they're I forgot how like punchy and aggressive the rap tones are with the members in TIOT. So I really appreciate that a lot, and I think it kind of comes in a little bit more aggressive because again you're having that like backing band to kind of cement that aggression a little bit more. So I appreciate that a ton. Speaking of like the band itself, I thought the band in the song, whoever was doing like a lot of the instrumental work, they did a fantastic job. I loved a lot of like that cool like descending guitar riff. I thought that was really sick. The drumming and like the keyboardist sounding like they're adding like cool bits of layering to go on with the song, as well as the bass playing, just kind of holding it down on the rhythm end with the drumming. It was just a blast. I feel like their music is so much fun, and I feel like I'm always constantly impressed by like the material that I've listened to so far from them, which is smaller, but I'm excited to hopefully give more of their music a listen in the foreseeable future. So, but yeah, this was awesome. So, and I did notice there was 4 members. It looks like Sarah says with a pre-debut released as a 4-member group on August 23 of 2023. Very nice. So it looks like they got a member after the pre-release EP. So very nice, very nice. All right. Well, we're going to keep it moving. The next one is Rock Thing, which I have listened to already, but excited to revisit. So let's check it out.
Shout it like a till it make it. Wasn't 더 가능해 make it pop. I work it with the 공 향해 돌아비는 piece. Small 해도 beat보다 we 별적 없지 loose. 돌아가는 건 못해 내 앞으로 make a move. Whoa whoa whoa. 불러 지금 전력 질주. One and a two yeah we go. 이제 내 거야 my yeah. 내 에너지 아직 멀쩡해봤자. I'm gonna make you do it. Take it like my birthday. Can I give you what you want? 때론 불안한 게 많아 눈앞을 가려 모든 게 할 수 없는 미래지만 Just keep it moving We get better day by day 원망스러운 네 안에 모든 걸 쏟아내봐 Hey 내 꿈이 가까워져 go away 흔들리지 않아 go away Whoa, 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 yeah I'ma be the one that you want, yeah
Our opinion is in the so cool. Wow. This is such a good revisit. All right, this was TIOT's rock thing. If you're hanging out, thank you for hanging. Sarah says this was for sure the first guest chat because you didn't Google them and figure out they were on Moist Planet. That's true. Jazz says, LOL, you gave yourself away so fast. He didn't think he'd be able to Google stuff, and as soon as he decided he was going to, I knew I was screwed. That was true. That was some cyber sleuthing I did on my part. So that was fun. We'll have to do another one. I would love to do one. We'll have to compile it again. That was a blast. I know we've done it before the first time, but it was a good time. But anyway, I felt like this was such a good song to revisit. I don't often get to revisit some music, but I felt like this one still stood out from the first time I listened to it till now. I still think this is one of the I think just like the way that they go about the song is just so much fun. Like the DJ scratch skips, almost like the skipping in the song, I think is so much fun. And like that pre-chorus before they get into the chorus part of the song, I think that's great. The rock thing feels very like group vocal. I like the ensemble vocals. It makes you feel like you're a part of the show. I imagine this song I imagine they have performed this one live. It just screams very much live energy. And I think I said that in my previous commentary about it after my guess, but I just felt like the combination of like the rock thing, like the way that they kind of get engaged in the song feels very like live appropriate. So I love that. I for whatever reason, I remember this having more guitars than it actually did. And I wanted to maybe backtrack my commentary on the first one because I feel like there's only maybe like a smidge of like guitar work in this song comparatively to Unbeatable, which was sick. But I don't know if that was maybe necessarily like a little bit of a callback to Unbeatable, but I thought that was really cool. But man, they've got such a good like vibe, like I don't know if I remember mentioning how much I loved Junhyeon, but I feel like covering his solo material earlier on in the stream, and then obviously listening to him in TIOT is just incredible. He's got so much good runs stored up, and I imagine we've got some more songs from them, so excited to see him pop off a little bit more. But their rappers are sick. Like, I feel like TIOT's got some really good talent. Like, I feel like genuinely all of them could like really pop off like rap wise. So I don't know if they're like just threatening in that aspect, but it is very sick to see them all kind of just do what they do best. And I think they really work well as a squad. So great song, still love it. Not much has changed about my enjoyment of the song. If anything, I probably enjoy it more now. So great shit. Shout outs to TIOT. So very nice. Looks like the next one is a Moonrise, which I have not checked out. So let's give it a listen.
때마다 내 옆에서 네가 큰 힘이 돼줬다 수많은 흉터가 꽤나 닮아있다 아팠던 기억만큼 우린 더 잘 될 거야 yeah. 포기하지 말라고 했잖아 언젠가는 될 수 있다고 했잖아 넘어져도 다시 일어난 것처럼 다 결국 제자리를 찾아가잖아 우린 같이 있어 어두운 밤이었으면 해가 뜨는 날도 없을 거야 조금 더 힘을 내 아직 갈 길이 머니까 같아서 반쪽짜리 달인 것까지 나와 닮아있어 시원한 바람이 불어오는 날 가슴 속에 묻어두었던 추억들이 가끔은 그리우면 어떡하죠 같아서 반쪽짜리 달인 것까지 나와 닮아있어 굵게 물들었대 또다시 파랗게 떠올랐대 실패란 것도 기회로 여겨 언젠가 태양 못지않은 눈부신 달이 되길
Very nice. All right. This was TIOT's Moonrise. Very nice. Sarah says, "Oops, I think this came out first, and it was the introduction to Ye-chan, but here it is." Very nice. Okay. Either way, we got to listen to it, so very chill. This is a good song. Definitely more vibey. I think like I am often surprised by groups, and I felt like this one was definitely one of those ones that I was familiar with, you know, some of the other songs in their catalog, and this isn't one of those ones that I would have expected, but I definitely appreciate the change of pace. I think this relies a little bit more so on like the vocal aspects of TIOT, which is cool, because I definitely feel like they've got a good set of both. As I mentioned before in the previous song, Rock Thing, I feel like they have a good set of vocalists and rappers, and I feel like this one, again, focused more so on the vocals. Definitely could hear a lot more of Junhyeon, which was great. Also, the introduction of Ye-chan as well was really cool. He's got great vocals as well in this song. But yeah, I thought this was a really, really smooth song. I love the chorus of the song. Just kind of that like more like head voice, maybe like borderline like falsetto tone, just super sweet. And I think it kind of fits with like the real kind of more vibiness of this song. Instrumentation was fun too. I appreciate that. But this one's really catchy for being kind of like more of a slower, vibier sort of song. I think it's got a good feel goodness to it that I really appreciate. So this was a good one. I'll go back and listen to this one again for sure. Especially if I need like a, windows down, vibier sort of song. I think this would fit really well on that playlist. So very cool. Very cool. All right, we're keeping it moving. We've got another one from TIOT. That one is also in Korean, but we will check it out. So let's give it a listen. The Long Season. Thank you, Sarah.
후회보다 내일의 행복을 빌어 생각보다는 쉽지 않은 길일 테지만 터널 끝에서 활짝 웃고 싶어 이왕이면 행복하게 마무리하는 기억 영원히는 몰라 공통차증이 뭔지 막힘없이 달려갈 거네 손을 뻗으면 닿을 듯해 다다를 거야고 도착해 후회는 없어 눈물 같은 건 추억과 달라서 잠깐 동안에 다 말라버리니까 그 계절 긴 터널은 지났다 몇 개나 뛰어넘었다 눈물은 말을 새도 없었던 끝나는 추억으로 남을 테니까 눈부신 저 빛은 뭔가 우릴 부르는 것 같단 말야 나 가까워져가 그대로 있어줘 when you are 지쳐도 언젠가
Love the bridge.
그 계절 긴 터널은 지났다 몇 개나 뛰어넘었다 눈물은 말을 새도 없었던 끝나는 추억으로 남을 테니까 눈부신 저 빛은 뭔가 우릴 부르는 것 같단 말야 나 가까워져가
Nice, very cool. This was TIOT's The Long Season. If you're hanging out, thanks for chilling. I enjoyed this one a lot. This kind of gives like pop rock, I guess, genre wise. Definitely enjoyed this. Very, I guess, similarly to the comments I made about the previous song. This was a cool kind of more, I guess, more rock based song, like pop rock. Definitely definitely seems a lot more vibier, and I appreciate that. I love that they're using a lot more like major key tones. I feel like that definitely just brightens up the song a little bit more. But man, they've got some really good vocalists in TIOT. Like I feel like some of the songs before I was like, damn, I'm impressed. But I felt like this one, I was like, there's a lot of cool like main vocals, you know, as the members kind of interchange through the song. I thought it was great. But I also kind of appreciate that they have like really good harmonies and like good like ensemble and little bits of ad-lib parts in the song. Like it doesn't feel, you know, it doesn't feel like they're like basically doing like a rotated cast of the different members. I think that there is a little bit more nuance to that song just in general. And I think that kind of having them interweave in certain parts was just so nice. And you got to hear different members in different lights. And so I thought that was really cool. I did notice that I don't believe there was any rap sections in this song, if I'm not mistaken, which I thought was really interesting. I feel like I almost felt like instinctually there would be one part, you know, in the song with that, but I was pleasantly surprised that all of them, I imagine all of them can sing very well. But it was cool hearing them kind of, you know, go about the song a little bit differently. I love the bridge section of that song. I love that kind of like little bit of like rhythm shift. It gives a little bit of a different energy to the song. And so I think it was a good change of pace. And then getting into that final chorus, I thought was super nice to kind of bring it all full circle. But I enjoyed this one a lot. I like I said, I didn't know what to expect going into it, but I was pleasantly surprised that I enjoyed this one as much as I did. TIOT, man, I'll have to be keeping an eye out. I feel like maybe I've been sleeping under a rock a little bit, so I'll have to definitely give more of their music some love. So very nice. The next one we've got is Take It Slow. So let's check it out. Everyone's sleeping on TIOT, and I won't stand for it. Neither will I, Sarah. We're on the same team. We're gonna get at them up there.
한국을 닮은 너 눈이 부셔 어지럽던 날에 늘 힘이 되어준 한 걸음 내게 다가갈게 for you 빠르게 흘러가는 today all day 지친 어깨 내게 잠시 기대 우리는 점점 물들어 거세게 몰아치는 바람에도 날개를 꿋꿋이 피던 너 천천히 가도 돼 우리의 날들로 가득할 테니까 Take it slow 천천히 가도 좋아 Take it slow 이 길의 끝엔 언제나 내가 있을게 내 눈에 널 담아 세상을 비출게 힘들면 잠시 쉬어도 돼 Just take it slow You and I 천천히 아득히 눈을 감아 하얀 별을 모두 내게 담아 너에게 줄게 언제라도 나는 너와 함께 가고 싶어
Yeah, breathe in. Just know I'm get라면 난 okay. Don't rush. 서두를 필요는 없잖아.
우리라는 세상에서 너와 나 끝없이 이어질 our story 거세게 몰아치는 바람에도 날개를 꿋꿋이 피던 너 천천히 가도 돼 우리의 날들로 가득할 테니까 Take it slow 천천히 가도 좋아 Take it slow 이 길의 끝엔 언제나 내가 있을게 내 눈에 널 담아 세상을 비출게 힘들면 잠시 쉬어도 돼 Just take it slow 아주 멀리까지라도 내가 있을게 그대로 멈출 시간을 나와 함께 피어나 Take it slow
Wow.
내가 함께 할 테니까 이 길의 끝엔 언제나 내가 있을게 내 눈에 널 담아 세상을 비출게 힘들면 잠시 쉬어도 돼 그대로 눈을 감아 You and I Take it slow
Wow. What a gorgeous ending to this song. Love it. All right. That was TIOT's Take It Slow. Wow, what a ballad if I've ever heard one. This was great. I don't know who it was, and Sarah obviously could let me know. Whoever's in this like blue, like sky blue cardigan here, I enjoyed their vocals. I feel like obviously I could give Min Seung. Okay, thank you, Sarah. He was great. I definitely didn't. I feel like trying to kind of piecemeal everyone together in the group, but I really liked Min Seung's voice. I feel like he's got like this cool kind of like R&B flavor to his voice that I feel like kind of works super well. And like again, we've been getting a lot more of those like pop rock ballady sort of songs, and I feel like this one definitely fits in the ballad category. But man, it's not, if I purely based TIOT off of rock thing, I feel like I would be grossly misrepresenting them as a group or knowing them as a group. And so I feel like this ballad was incredible. They did a great job. Ye-chan did awesome. Obviously, Junhyeon, man, he does not miss a moment to pop off vocally, and I'm here for it because I just I was a little floored, a little flustered, and probably as you can hear me talking about the song, it just was really incredible, and I think he was just leading the pack. But obviously, both I had to give my flowers to both Min Seung as well as Ye-chan as well. They were both really incredible vocally, also as well as Kyunhee and Woojin. They were also really incredible as well too, and I just feel like to me this was a little bit more of a shocker song again, just because again I'm not as familiar with TIOT, but I think that they kind of do a great job of giving you a good spectrum of like what they're capable of doing, and I think that they do it all really well, like the pop rock type of stuff, the more traditional like K-pop styling, like some of the stuff with more like heavier rock influence, this being more of a ballady sort of song. I think they're really very versatile as a group, and so I feel like the song highlights it super well. Definitely amongst the favorite ballads. We've heard a couple good couple really good ballads tonight, and I feel like this one would definitely be amongst those ranks certainly. But yeah, another fantastic song. I feel like I gotta stand TIOT now because I've enjoyed most. I don't think they've had a miss for me so far tonight. So, been loving the new group here that we may have to dive into. So, let's see what we got here. Jazz says so pretty. Sarah says in all caps, Junhyeon, very nice. Jazz says probably my fave of theirs so far. Oh wow, okay, very nice. Unhee says lovely. Cal says pretty. Very nice, very nice. All right, well, we're keeping it moving. This one is called Flex Line, so check it out.
Yeah, I'm just a rock star and a nice guy. Boom, the rush. We can make the get loud. 그냥 느껴봐. 내 몸만 들어가 like we taking a shot. 멈춰서가 타오른 너의 미나. Stay double it down. 내 맘대로 play. Who rock us we like it with top it. 이게 우리 set. Pay attention 모두 이제 우리 chase. We never drop, we make it out, yeah. You can come and get it. Show you 방에 넘치다. Baby, let's get started right now. Think it's time to line up in a flex line. 내게 오직 필요한 건 green light. They can hear the music from the outside. 느껴봐 지금 나 feel alive. Think it's time to line up in a flex line. 숨길 수가 없는 우리 real vibe. 번져오는 저리 속에 outside. We're feeling alright. Go flex line, go flex line. Yeah, I'm a one so bad, so bad, so bad. Don't hope it, just let it set. The back, but yeah, the motor doesn't set. Two blast best, 이미 다치 two tap class A. Keep it 100, 내가 take a back flex. 빨리 꺼질 줄은 모아turning. 느껴 요동치는 심장turning. 앞뒤 안 그래 ready to play. 한 배작 앞서가 너무 더 매워. Baby, we got a vibe. You can come and get it. Show you 한개 넘치다. Baby, let's get started right now. Think it's time to light up in a flex line. 내게 오직 필요한 건 great vibe. They can hear the music from the outside. 느껴봐 지금 나 feel alive. Think it's time to light up in a flex line. 숨길 수가 없는 우리 real vibe. 번져오는 저리 속에 outside. I'm feeling alright. Go flex line, go flex line. Flex line. Heaven know we flex it. All I got, just trust me. I'm feeling the flame. 가게 원해, get on my way. You got me begging. On the way I run. 갈 수 있어 원한다면 어디든지. I don't wanna waste. I don't need to bring you no limit light until I can breathe. Think it's time to light up in a flex line. 내게 오직 필요한 건 green light. They can hear the music from the outside. 느껴봐 지금 나 feel alive. Think it's time to light up in a flex line. 숨길 수가 없는 우리 real vibe. 번져오는
line go flex line
Flex line.
Very nice. All right. This was TIOT's Flex Line. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. I think we did check this one out. I want to say we checked this one out a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken. This came out, 4 months ago. Yeah, I feel like I may have listened to this one already. This was great. I thought this one was an absolute ripper. I think what I've noticed about TIOT is like they'll do like a couple like songs that are off the beaten path from what I feel like they would do, and then this one feels very like TIOT, if that makes sense. Like very interesting. But I appreciate it. You know, I like that they bring a diverse cast of music. But I feel like sometimes they gotta go back to the bread and butter, and I feel like you gotta give them credit. This is so much fun. I love like that, like the way that they kind of stylize like the vocal line with that like saxophone X part. I thought that was like the saxophone feels very vocalized in a weird way, and I like that. This was a great composition in terms of songwriting. I love that the vocals kind of have like this really good like pop off moments. I think mostly it was Ye Chen and Junhyeon doing like mostly the vocal parts. I'm pretty sure Min Seung does like the rapping for the most part in like these types of songs, and I love his tonality. I think that's what stands out to me, and really appreciate that a lot in this song. I think he's kind of got like a good bite to his rapping tone, but as well as that, I thought this was just like a really, really good, like fun energy type song. I will say it's a little short. I'm surprised it's like floating right around that like 2.5 minute mark. That seems pretty short. I think it would have been cool if the bridge was maybe extended a little bit longer. I'm glad that they did include a bridge in the song. But yeah, I feel like it kind of is a little short of the welcome. You know what I mean? I kind of wish it was like a smidge bit longer, or like maybe they extend the chorus or they make the bridge longer. I think that would have made the song feel a little bit more full. I feel like I felt like I was just like enjoying the song. And I think I made a similar comment probably the first time I listened to this one. But I just felt like it was like a tiny bit short. But beyond that, enjoyed it a lot. I feel like they've been crushing the song choices in my opinion. And this one was another vibe. So very nice. Kala says heading out early. Thanks everyone. Kala, thanks for pulling up. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your evening. So very nice. All right, we're keeping it moving. The next one is Run Barefoot. Interesting. All right, let's check it out.
이렇다 할 백도 비전도 지금 당장은 없고 젊은 것 빼면 시체지만 난 꿈이 있어 모든 날 내 덕에 보강할 너의 모습 그려봐 미쳐야 본전 아니겠니 네 인생 걸어보려
나는 나대로고 발이 닿는 곳에 뛰던 내 길은 내 맘대로 내 꿈을 향해 my route to race 달려가 my one pace 돌아내게도 on time I grab the chance
네가 보는 지금의 나의 모습 그게 전부는 아니야 멀지 않아 열릴 거야 나의 전성시대 거기에서 깊은 나는 지금 맨발의 청춘 나 하지만 여기서 멈추지 않을 거야 해주는 내 곁에 머문 채 나를 지켜보면 돼나 언젠간 너의 앞에 이 세상을 넌 또 가져다 줄 거야 뭐 한번 본인 choice 후회 말아 어차피 결국 모든 게 원대로 뜻대로 맘대로 잘 풀릴 걸 듣는 섭취를 나 믿고 따라줘 네가 보고 있는 지금의 나의 모습도 전부는 아니야 멀지 않아 열릴 거야 나의 전성시대 길이 멀기에서 베푼 나는 지금 맨발의 청춘 나 하지만 여기서 멈추진 않을 거야 와라라라라라라 이제는 내 곁에 머뭇진 나를 지켜보면 돼나 언젠가 너의 앞에 이 세상을 전부 가져다 줄 거야 작전 변마 급할 건 뭐 있네 I wanna go there Don't worry There's time yeah If you got it better way 와라라라라라라 어차피 인생은 한 발의 멋진 도박과 같은 걸 처음에 말했던 나도 웃긴 거야 내 청춘을 위하여
Day by day 난 미래를 dreaming 내 옆에 넌 언제나 stay here 그 순간이 온다 믿어내게도 멈추지 않아 난 그대로
Huh. All right. This was TIOT's Run Run Barefoot. If you're hanging out, thanks for chilling. I feel like this one, I assume this is a B-side. If it is not, let me know, Sarah. I'm a little mixed on this one. I don't think that it's a bad song. But it definitely has like a nostalgia to it, weirdly enough. I like Sarah says this was released as a single. Okay. Very interesting. Interesting single to release. It was giving trot. I feel like at some parts it was giving me trot and I don't want to I don't want to sound like a little rude, I guess. I don't know if it's rude necessarily, but for whatever reason it reminded me of a JYP song that we've covered, and I can't remember what the song name was, but like the instrumentals in like certain parts, I was like, this feels like something that like JYP would do, weirdly enough. But like if the production was like a little bit better, I don't know. And that's not a bad thing. Like I said, spoiler alert, I didn't think that like JYP's music was that bad. But I thought this was very interesting. Definitely more. I feel like this song will grow on me more. I just feel like maybe tonight I wasn't like clicking. The vocals were really good. The rap section was really fun. The choreography was great. But yeah, I feel like this will grow on me. I just feel like a little indifferent about the song, and that's fine. You know, it's nothing against the TIOT boys, but yeah, I thought it was solid. I thought it was a very solid song. Is it my favorite song from them? Not really, but I thought it was a good vibe. So, Sarah says this seems to be a remake of the song "Youth of a Barefoot" by Buck. Okay, very interesting. What was the? I could probably look it up. Youth of a Barefoot. Okay, let me see. Youth Barefoot. Okay, so it does look like, I'm just curious what genre it was. It looks like, okay, maybe it might be, it's a trot pop. Okay, it seems trot pop. Okay, then I'll give it the pass for that. Jazz was nailing it on the head, certainly. So I don't know. Wasn't too bad, like I said. I feel like this one will probably grow on me. There have been some trot songs I've been like, damn, this is really good. But I feel like this one maybe just wasn't feeling today. And that's completely fine. So very interesting. All right. Well, I'm curious. I'm curious as to why they decided to remake a song. That's very interesting. So good on them, though. We are moving on. That was the final TIOT song. We are moving to Dongyeol. So it looks like his first song is Drip Drop. So Let's check it out.
나를 부르네 난난 모든 게 cloudy like daydream 말라가 난 더 목매여 Don't know where to go I keep wondering Yeah run away 갈망해 널 more and more Yeah run away 너의 모든 게 make me soaking wet I drink you 남김없이 들이켜 Maybe you feel me with you No Drip I'm crawling for ya 갈수록 난 널 Yeah it's getting bad 젖어들어 번져가는 너 Can't get you out of my vein 벗어날 수 없어 왜 Yeah it's getting hot See I'm done no
Interesting beat switch.
Can't get you out of my vein I'm craving you more Addicted to you 원해 놀래 더는 안돼 No not enough 다쳐도 원해 난 더 Craving you on 하나하나 변해가 I know you are Can't live without you Can't live without you Oh no I drink you 남김없이 들이켜 Maybe you feel me with you More Drip drip I'm crawling for ya 갈수록 난 널 원해 널 drip drop 원해 널 drip drop
Baby, I can't live without you.
늘 마시고 마실수록 말라가더 Filling me up 채울수록 원해 난 더 너로 젖어만 가 for good good Save me I drink you up I'm crawling for ya 갈수록 난 널 You're soaking me wet 원해 날 drip drop Washing me, breaking me Drip drop
All right. This was Dongyeol and their song Drip Drop. Thank you for hanging so far. Appreciate y'all. Sarah says, I'm excited for this one. Dongyeol is really hot. And also really fitting that Dongyeol is after TIOT. They did a little tour together earlier this year. Very nice. Very nice. Kudos to them. I enjoyed this. I thought this was very good. I loved a lot of the like changes in the song. I thought that was really cool. Unexpected. I wouldn't have expected kind of like more of a rhythm change to the track, but I appreciate it. I also appreciate how like Dongyeol's vocals like really command the song. He's got great vocals. His range seems pretty large as well too. I liked his kind of like more, I don't know, he's got a really good fullness to his like head voice and like as well as like that little maybe like borderline a little bit of falsetto tone. I thought that was really nice. I also really appreciate kind of again his choreography. His movement is so cool. And I felt like in this song his choreography was also really incredible. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I don't know if we have any more for Dongyeol. If we're it looks like this is the only song we are going to listen to from him tonight. So I'll definitely have to check out more of his solo stuff if this is like a part of just like a single song release, or if he has a B-side from this single drop, or more material other than in Up Tensions. But I thought this was very nice. Enjoyed the vibe. Definitely different from, I feel like, Up Tensions music from what I remember. And yeah, overall enjoyed it. I don't remember these scenes being in Twilight, but that's crazy. Good for him being in that movie, you know, crazy. But yeah, that's about it. Sarah says, this is also a big day for Dongyeol. It is his and Up Tension's 10th debut anniversary. Congrats, y'all. Love to see it. Sarah says, oh, he has a song to do with Hansei on this EP. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'll have to check it out. But very cool. Shout outs to Dongyeol. We are keeping it moving. The next one is we're doing Waterfire. So this is let's see. This is a 4-member project group under Lina Entertainment that were formed on the show Build Up Vocal Boy Group Survival. They debuted on May 30th of 2024. This contains Boys Planet trainee Wumuti along with Up Tension's Seungeon, Produce 101 contestant and soloist Choi Soo-hwan, and Loud contestant Kang Ha-hyun. This made Wumuti the second Uyghur person to debut as a K-pop idol. Ooh, okay. Very nice. All right. This next one is Possible. So, check it out.
막연한 기대와 바람을 마음에 품어 믿고 걸어왔던 road, baby. 우연한 운명에 이끌려 우리가 된 지금 이 순간. Let tears come and dry. Don't be shy. 기다린 날들만큼 우린 강해져. See the fire in your eyes brighter than the sky. 우린 더 뜨겁게 lighting up the night. 거친 파도가 또 몰아쳐도 좋아. 때로는 들려도 주저앉지 않아. That is always possible. That is always possible. More than ever tonight. Every
What an ending. Incredible. All right. This was Waterfire and their song Possible. Very nice. Um whew. This was I feel like this song to me at least was like a slow burn. There's just something really magical about this song that I like, and all of the different members really brought something different to the table in terms of their vocal uh like vocal palette, and they all worked really well in tandem together. I think especially you could tell at the end of the song, I feel like they really kind of came together a lot more, and I loved seeing that because you could really tell them all distinctly apart, but it was really cool when they all kind of meshed together and like just really created this beautiful full like vocal ensemble at the end. It was just gorgeous. But throughout the song, I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of great like variation in terms of like their just vocal abilities. Like there's definitely some more like falsetto tones, especially like in the verses and stuff, and I like that. Which was a little bit unexpected. I thought they were going to kind of like slowly build to getting to that chorus, but I think there was a lot of cool like musical differences in the song that I think instead of where I felt like they were going to go, they kind of made a left hand turn and did something different. But I thought it was great. All of them sounded great. The only two people that I was most familiar with coming into this group were Wumuti and Seungeon. I feel like they were both really incredible. Wumuti obviously being an ex-Love now. They have a great vocal range. I know that they obviously can do much more than just this song, but I felt like they're super complimentary to the rest of the members in this group. And Dongyeol was also incredible, again covering Up Tension's music earlier in the Boys Planet Deep Dive series here. He's got such a commanding vocal as well, and so it was cool to see them collaborate together. It makes sense since they were obviously both Boys Planet contestees, but I'm sure, obviously continuing on and them both maturing, it just seems like their vocals have just kind of gotten better over time. So that was really cool. But I also gotta give a shout outs to Sohwan and as well as Ha Yoon. They were both incredible as well too. I'm not sure on which one was which, but I'll try to go and cut through all the members here. I want to say, if I had to guess, I think this might be Ha Yoon. If I've got it correct. If I've got it wrong, let me know. But they also had an incredible vocal, and then but it was overall just such a treat to listen to them all really kind of bust out, especially later in the song, especially in that like final chorus. I felt like that one was the part where I was like, damn, like they were really just holding it all back up until they got into that final chorus. I feel like that was really incredible. Yeah, but definitely enjoy this. This was first for me. I have not listened to anything from Waterfire, so it was cool to hear them all again be incredible vocalists. So really cool stuff here. So Connie says, I like this one. Ha Yoon has the bow. Okay, very nice. And Sarah says, wait. Okay, I am waiting. Okay, very cool, very cool. I am waiting. We're all waiting. Are we all gonna just type waiting? Is okay? Sarah says, "Oh my god!" I was like, "How do I know?" Sehwan, Sehwan, excuse me. He went to school with Sung Hanbin. So many of Hanbin's pre-debut dance videos are on his YouTube channel. Wow. Okay. Listen, I wasn't expecting you to put the ZB1 line directly in the crossfire here, but yet again, you surprised me, Sarah. So, they did the Kpop performance college degree together. Ah, very nice. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Big moves. We love to see it. So, I don't know if there's anything else, Sarah. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna press the next button. So, all right. It looks like there was only one song from Waterfire, which is sad, but also really cool. So, shout out to them. The next one is BDU. They also were from the show Build Up Vocal Boy Group Survival. This group contains Boy Planet trainee Jay Chang. We love it. Shout outs to my man. As well as Mons, Bit Seon, CIX's Seungeon, Seungeon, and The Origin. The Origin's A, B, or What contestant Kim Min-seo. Very interesting. All right. We're going to get into them too. This one is called My One. So let's check it out. Also a Seungeon. Sorry. Butchered it. There was many men that had their shirts off in the CIX video, Kaylee. Unless we're talking about the one that was in the thumbnail, then I'll remember that one. Is he gonna have his shirt off in this one? Otherwise, I won't know.
난 어디라도 갈게 like infinity.
I mean, to be fair, he could potentially.
No, BDU.
눈을 떠도 날 가득 채운 어둠에 멈춰선 이 밤 틈새 번진 purple 어느새 네가 나를 물들여 온 걸 하루하루 선명해진 your light 차츰차츰 내 맘 깊은 곳에도 자그마한 그늘조차 거쳐 Yeah you make me smile 넌 나의 빛 삶이 돼 평범한 행복을 알게 해 기쁜 일 슬픈 일 모두 나를 비춰오는 sunlight 다시 반짝이는 my time 절대 바랄 리가 없는 all my reasons 널 향해 난 힘껏 불러 언젠간 닿을 테니 Cause you are my one 난 어디라도 갈게 like infinity 벅차도록 참 아름다워 날 둘러싼 이 풍경이 다 너를 닮아 더없이 빛날 테니 Cause you are my one 너와 나 처음 만났던 날 절대 잊지 못해 환하게 미소 지어주던 너 Only you 어쩜 기적과도 같은 you and me 함께 써내려갈 우리 history 설레는 내일이 다가올 거야 넌 나의 빛 삶이 돼 평범한 행복을 알게 해 기쁜 일 슬픈 일 모두 나를 비추는 sunlight 다시 반짝이는 my time 절대 바랄 리가 없는 all my reasons 널 향해 난 힘껏 불러 언젠간 닿을 테니 Cause you are my one 난 어디라도 갈게 like infinity 벅차도록 참 아름다워 날 둘러싼 이 풍경이 다 너를 닮아 더없이 빛날 테니 Cause you are my one You are my one 나지 않을 이 노래 끝이 나지 않을 우리 이야기
Aw. Very nice. All right, this was BDU's My One. Very nice, very nice. I enjoyed this a lot. This was a very sweet song. I feel like the lyricism, uh, though I didn't know the lyricism, it feels like a very sweet song. Obviously, I think maybe it might have to just do with like, you know, their love for this person, I guess. Um, but I thought it was very sweet. I think the song starts off really well. Like all of their vocals sound incredible, individually. But I loved a lot of, I think very similarly to Waterfire. Like I think kind of the magic of these types of songs is like when they all kind of come together and you're able to hear them all in a nuanced way with them, you know, coming together vocally. So I definitely appreciate that. I think the chorus in the song has such a good hook to it. I really enjoyed like the vibes of it. Definitely was like humming along to the melody a little bit. I feel like that's a good sign that I like the song. Jay sounding great. I feel like obviously my familiarity with him is been a lot. He's in a lot of groups, so cool to hear him yet again. Really love his voice. I still feel like again he's amongst my favorites in the Boys Planet contestants we've covered so far. He's just to me is always going to be one of those standout members. It was also cool to see Seungeon as well. We just watched the CIX video earlier this week, so if you missed out on that, go check that out. But enjoyed this song as well. I think he's got great vocals too. Excited to do more CIX stuff. I feel like we haven't really covered them other than the one that I just covered on Monday. But I liked them. I thought they were really cool. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be covering them eventually. But other than that, I thought it was very nice. A bit Seon, I'm not not as familiar with, but I'm sure we'll probably come to some realization for them. And then Kim Minseo, I also had no idea who they were, but also really incredible in the song too. So hopefully we will tackle them eventually. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a nice track. Really, really interesting stylization. So I'm curious. These were the only two groups that came from the show, Sarah, correct? If I'm not mistaken. So, Connie says, Jay, my man, let's go. Sarah says, CIX owns shirts, and Sarah says, I wish they didn't. Fair enough. Jazz says, I love CIX's B-sides. Ooh, okay. We'll have to check those out too. Sarah says, I mean Mont as the same label as Jay's solo stuff. Ooh, okay. But I'm still not familiar with Bitseon, so we'll have to check them out. And Sarah says, I think so in terms of the two groups. Okay. I know you're a wealth of knowledge, so try to ask the questions when I can. But very nice. I believe the final couple are the new Wumuti stuff. So we'll be covering Wumuti. And the first one is being, it looks like Wumuti feature, I guess it's not feature, but Rose is the other person, and the song is called Soul. So, well, all of y'all are a wealth of knowledge, more than me. I come to y'all for the advice. So try to. I'm sure we all can put our brains together. So very nice. Anyway, let's check out Soul. I'm curious to hear the solo stuff now that I know X Love. So let's check it out.
서울 아무리 달려도 I know I can't God tell me who I am I know it's all 여긴 거울
Living in the soul city에 도시에는 적들이 많아 뭐라 말해 너나 나나 적들이 같아서 난 미소를 띄었던 어린 소년이 커서 걸어왔던 길을 돌아보니 여기 내 흔적들이 많았어 거기 추억들을 담았어 여기 내는 비에 적기를 바라며 전부 씻겨 집어지기를 바랬던
나 홀로
이 손뿌린 거리를 걸어왔어 아니 말문이 막혀 내 시야의 절반이 바라봤던 책과는 다른 장면이 펼쳐도 나 혼자만은 선하기를 바랬던 내가 이기적인 거면 맞아 변했어
Hey I lost my soul I can't find my way I'm in the soul getting drunk every day Shutting 너까지 널 왜 이렇게 어지럽게 Hey I lost my soul I can't find my way I'm in the soul getting drunk every day Shutting 너까지 널 왜 이렇게 어지럽게 불빛이 별이 되는 서울 아무리 달려도 I know I can't God tell me who I am I know it's 서울 여긴 거울
Wannabe neon sign for rebound 저 빛이 더 빛나는 내 Louis V Po 나도 I don't wanna be like them 이 말을 몇 번째 하는 건지 몰라도 만큼 싫었기에 나도 같아졌나 아님 잊었나 다른 못 숨기는 모순이 내 모습이면 하는 게보다 말넘기면 괴롭히던 페노메넘 이것들이 다 환영이면 별들이 다 가려있던 더운 여기 남아있어 roadway 위에 먼저 별이 돼버린 그 사람들을 위해 나도 버티지 놈들은 피해 대신 너의 피해는 근데 여긴 개지 않고 젖어있어 피해 I spitting better than 99% rappers 이런 내 우마주 respect it pace when I rap like a chase 날 걸어왔던 거리들에는 회의감만이 쌓여 밤에 공기처럼 숨이 차니 끝내 I'm gone
Hey I lost my soul I can't find my way I'm in the soul getting drunk every day Shutting 너까지 널 왜 이렇게 어지럽게 Hey I lost my soul I can't find my way I'm in the soul getting drunk every day Shutting 너까지 널 왜 이렇게 어지럽게 불빛이 별이 되는 서울 아무리 달려도 I know I can't God tell me who I am I know it's 서울 여긴 거울
All right. This was Wumuti and Rose and their song Soul. Very interesting. Sarah says this was released before Boys Planet, I think. No San says calm down there outside. God. Connie says, I just realized this rap. I just realized this. I guess the rapper, who the rapper is. That's my guess of what Connie's trying to get at. I thought this was very solid. I do definitely appreciate Wumuti's voice. I feel like they've got like a soulfulness to their voice that I really appreciate. I felt like this one was definitely, you could tell it was like an earlier like song that they put out, which is fine. You know, I feel like everybody's kind of start somewhere, but it's cool to see like the progression of their artistry over the years. You know, I feel like they have become a much better singer. But this definitely pulls from that like sort of, I feel like they definitely have like an R&B sort of vocal background, and I feel like is definitely highlighted in this type of song. I felt like Rose was a good addition to the song. Definitely at some parts it became a little bit intense, but other than that, I didn't think it was like bad by any means. The fast rapping became a little crazy, but beyond that, I didn't think it was that bad. I think maybe just again because of the nature of the earliness of the song, I feel like there isn't too much like instrumentally going on, but I feel like it is really cool to see like the progression. I feel like obviously I'm not sure if Rose is still crafting music or not, but it'd be cool to see their progression as well. But yeah, I thought this was very solid. Like I said, nothing crazy to write home about, but definitely I would say I think it was pretty well executed given how earlier on in their careers it was. So not bad, not bad. We're gonna move on to the final song of the playlist tonight, another Wumuti song. This is "You Make Me Better." So let's check it out. Also, Sarah's comment says he grown up so much, but it's fun seeing his earlier work. Yep, I agree. So, all right, let's get into the last Wumuti track. Let's check it out.
날 사랑하고서 또 미워해 나 아직 기억해 그 어느 날 차가운 바람이 부는 밤 잊고 싶었던 그 계절과 짙었던 생각만 남아 미안해 말도 하지 못한 나 나를 위해 던그런 거짓말 미안했다 이제야 난 그 말을 이해하네 감히 내가 Remember every night goodbye 멀어져도 I'll be alright 끝나버린 걸 알지만 정말 맞지만 이런 거짓말만 You make me better 또다시 외로이제야 알았던 나의 숨을 쉬게 하는 것 사라지게 하는 법도 You make me better 다시 그대로 엉망이야 매번 What if I 너의 앞에 다시 나타난다면 날 사랑하고서 또 미워해 이대로 I'm falling 네 모습이 흐려져 everyday 더 꽉 잡으려 해 난 한 걸음조차 못하는데 멋대로 애써 지우려 했던 나 그렇게 덮여닿지 못한 결말 I know 아마 이 모든 게 사라질까봐 겁나 You make me better 잠든 너를 깨워 너의 초라함에 감춰주던 너의 화려함에 번지고 싶어 You make me better 또다시 외로이제야 알았던 나의 숨을 쉬게 하는 것 사라지게 하는 법도 You make me better 다시 그대로 엉망이야 매번 What if I 너의 앞에 다시 나타난다면 날 사랑하고서 또 미워해
Ooh. That's not where I was expecting it to end. So, very interesting. All right, this was Wumuti's "You Make Me Better." Very nice. Interesting. I was kind of expecting more. So it's a little bit of a shocker that the song kind of ended at that point. But I thought it was good. I feel like Wumuti is such an interesting. I feel like they're such an interesting vocalist. Like, obviously, I know I just made the comment about how much growth that they had, but like, I feel like the production on this was really solid, and I was kind of expecting the like ballad-esque type song to kind of expand a little bit more. I feel like, you know, there was a lot more. In my opinion, I feel like there was more left on the table for this song, certainly. But I felt like it was I feel like vocally this was also really incredible. I feel like a lot of the Wumuti stuff that I've heard, not only now with the solo material, but in Waterfire and obviously X Love prior to this, like they've got such a unique like vocal palette, and I'm glad that they found a group that really works with what they have talent wise. It's cool to see them again grow and evolve as they progress on in the music age here, but I thought this was very solid. I think like it's cool. The trajectory of how much these vocals were to become now, I think is really cool, and like you could tell a lot of like the more babyier steps in these types of songs, and it's cool to see. Like I really respect the drive. I really respect the admiration to kind of continue to get better. I feel like that could be spoken about pretty much any group that we've covered. There's just such a vast amount of talent. I feel like they really dig their toes into the sand and really, really go for it. And so I appreciate pretty much any facet of artistry. I feel like if you're really willing to work for it, I feel like this is a great example of paying dividends, certainly. But I thought this was solid. I think like the only thing I said, I think it ends very abruptly. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, but overall I enjoyed the song nonetheless. So Sarah says she's stunning and talented and I love her. Jazz says so abrupt. I care to agree on that one. So very nice. Some favorites from tonight. I enjoyed the BDU and Waterfire song. I don't know if I could pick a favorite between those two. I feel like what was it? Take It Slow was great. From TIOT. I still feel like Rock Thing was great. I think those would be my two favorite from TIOT, but I felt like this one was also really good. Their pre-debut song was incredible. Hui was tough. I probably would say the one with the artist from the older artist. I think she was incredible. The one obviously with Eunbi, Easy Dance was another easier song to love from them. Let's see what else. Junhyeon. I feel like WWW was a clear winner for me on that one. And I also enjoyed the CongB song. So I feel like those would be. I feel like I didn't really have a choice with CongB, but I did enjoy that song very much. So, but yeah, there was a lot of great tracks on this playlist tonight. I feel like we get ever closer to completing Boys Planet, so I think we have 2 more left. So, very cool. Sarah says next week we are covering Arc, Long 9. Hopefully I pronounced that correct. KJ, RGL, One Chica, X Love, Newer A, 3-Way, and Newbie. Very cool. All right. Some of them I'm familiar with, some of them I'm not. So excited. Is Arc the group from Mystic Story? Am I correct on that? Let me know. I feel like that name sounds familiar, so that's why I asked. So very nice. If you are new here, thank you for joining. Thanks for hanging. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate people watching the entire series so far. It has been very fun. And y'all can thank Sarah in the comments, or if you're watching this on Patreon, give a comment to them. It's been cool. Like I said, it's been very cool to experience all these groups. It's insane to me to know that show broke off so many other groups. So I find that concept to be really wild, and that I've covered all of them for the most part. Asterisks, I'm sure there's more groups that will be forming, but it is an interesting concept, and I've been having a blast. So it feels a little bittersweet that it's ending, but also it's cool because then we'll get back to doing some double deep dives back to back, or a larger deep dive. So I feel like it'll open up some doors a little bit. So either way, very stoked. But thanks y'all for hanging. Saturday I do plan on streaming. I believe we were doing an album stream on Saturday. So if you would like me to cover an album, I don't know how many I'm going to be able to do Saturday, but I'm going to try to do a good bit, because I know albums are a little bit longer than just the atypical. So try to see what we can get through, but that's the plan. So if there's some albums you would like me to cover, like I said, I keep getting the album streams, and I don't have enough hours in a day to compete with all of them. So I'll try to do what's possible, or ones that chat wants me to hear in a totality way. So that's the plan. And then Monday we're back to same old stuff. I know in terms of deep dives or potential deep dives for people, I know Jazz has one. Connie has to give me one. No Santa has to give me one. So we have like 3 deep dives preloaded for whatever groups they chose. So it's going to be intense. So if you're new and you're hanging out, you get channel points, or if you win on our wheel, you can get your notice to have a deep dive, for that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So we'll have to lay out a day to do all of this stuff, but yeah, let me know. And then if not as well, come through to chat. Would love to see you there. But yeah, that's the vibe. So that's all the new things that I got planned. At least I think that's all of my information I need to give. Oh yeah, if you want to watch these early, check out the Patreon. I usually post a lot of this stuff probably about a month in advance from when it comes out on YouTube. So if you want to be in the know, either come hang out live or sign up for the Patreon. That's usually where you can watch these videos first. So that's it. That's all I got for y'all. It's been a blast. Again, massive shout outs to Sarah again, as always. Connie says thanks, Sarah, always for this playlist. This is so fun. Everyone says yeah to the album stream. So stoked. But yeah, thanks y'all. Hope to see you on Saturday. I'll let Discord know what time I'm going live, so come through. But thanks again. See you on Saturday. Peace.